Roger McGool is here with Craig Wiley, who's Director of Product for the Google Cloud AI Platform. Welcome, Craig.
Thank you very much.
So, Google Cloud AI Platform, what is it?
So Cloud AI Platform is basically a set of services and tools that allows customers and users to build their own machine learning on Google Cloud. What we're really excited about today is the launch of Tensorflow Enterprise as a part of that.
Great. Can you go a little, like what?
Sure, yeah. Tensorflow Enterprise really came about with us working with customers and finding some challenges that they were having deploying machine learning in a real world environment. And so today we've released Tensorflow Enterprise, which basically gives three core things. The first is it extends the support window for older versions of TensorFlow from 1 year to 3 years. And this really gives those enterprises the confidence to know that they can deploy and still have things like security patches and the necessary pieces for them to feel confident about using this software. The second thing is it's a highly optimized version of TensorFlow for Google Cloud that provides kind of state-of-the-art speed, reliability, durability, so that customers know that they're using the best TensorFlow when they're using it on Google Cloud. And then finally, it's integrated into all of our managed services. So whether you're using our Kubernetes engine and TensorFlow there, potentially with Kubeflow, or whether you're using it in our managed AI platform, you'll get all of the benefits of TensorFlow Enterprise kind of right out of the box.
I'm curious, does it link to like all the Google data products as well?
So the platform certainly does. So, for example, with TensorFlow Enterprise, one of the optimizations we made was that BigQuery, which is Google's kind of hyperscale data warehouse, now has 3 times faster read speed when using TensorFlow. So really allowing you to take full advantage of the speed of BigQuery when using TensorFlow, which is super exciting for us and our customers.
I'll bet. What kind of problems are you expecting to solve with TensorFlow? What are your
customers? One of the customers who we worked hard in developing this with was Unity Gaming. And Unity is installed on over 3 billion devices worldwide. And their monetization platform uses Cloud AI platform and TensorFlow to kind of quickly and easily test out different models, and then once they found a winner, scale those models out across their platform. Mm-hmm. Similarly, Cruise Automotive, working on kind of what I think is probably one of the generation-defining problems in autonomous vehicles. We've worked with them to reduce their training times from 4 days down to 1 day with this technology as well. Great.
So, in terms of the fit in current infrastructures, including from the developer into production, how does that work?
Yeah, really it's up to the developer and the customer, whether at what abstraction layer they want to work at. I think the most straightforward one would be one where they potentially use our notebook service and then roll right into our training system, where all they have to do is kind of submit their 15 lines of Keras, and they're off to the races training across as many CPUs or GPUs as they want, right? And so they can easily kind of pile on 10 GPUs if that's what it makes sense for them to do from a scale perspective.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious, from the customers that you have, what kind of feedback have you gotten in terms of, just in a kind of an abstract sense, what not just what problems they're solving, but how the problems they're having with integrating AI into their regular business flows?
Yeah, certainly I can remember as when I was managing a data science team years ago, and turning to one of the econometricians on the team and saying, hey, why don't you go install TensorFlow and get it working and test some things out. And he kind of came back to me a half a day later and said, I'm still having a hard time getting all the drivers solved and all of this. And what we aim to do is make it so that none of that is a concern. All you have to do is worry about describing your model in whatever language it makes sense to you to do that. Using whatever framework makes sense. Having said that, I think with TensorFlow and with TensorFlow Enterprise, we're really excited about this being Google Cloud being the best place to run TensorFlow.
Mm-hmm. And what do you see people using mostly? Do you have any sense of?
Yeah, certainly we still we see a tremendous amount of TensorFlow usage. We also, I'll say, I think the world underestimates still the value of kind of more traditional machine learning, right? And whether it's XGBoost or linear models, in many times those models solve things, with similar efficacy and a whole lot more easily.
I think Occam's razor should be like
Yeah,
taught a lot more often, because if you can do something.
Absolutely. No, I think both the innovations in deep learning as well as kind of in more traditional machine learning are, we're seeing strong deployments of kind of both directions on that path.
Yeah, and my guess is that people will get used to what works best. And I think right now it's still a bit of an art.
That's right. And I think the piece for me is that as we watch them do this, as cloud gets to a place where it can get faster and scale even more powerfully, I think what the big transition I see is around hyperparameter optimization, and the art of kind of these hyperparameters that some of us and some folks out there understand at some level. Instead passing that to a computer to take care of is really accelerating, learning and network architecture as well, right? Both of those two are really accelerating learning in new and exciting ways.
Yeah, we actually think of ML for ML.
Yeah.
And really for so many other things, it's actually one of the big trends we'll see.
Sure.
Over the next.
No, it's certainly with the AutoML products we've gotten out there in market, that's an area where customers have shown a lot of excitement.
Mm-hmm. Including, I know that there's some things out there to help people code, like ML to help regular coding, not just ML coding.
Yeah, it's an area. I mean, I think all of this language generation, whether we think of it as English, but there's no reason why some of these language generation models can't be turned to computer science as well.
Right. So this all sounds pretty exciting. Where do you go if you want to try it out?
Yeah, so if you go to g.co/cloud/TensorFlow, you can check out kind of our new offering with TensorFlow Enterprise and get started there. The great thing about TensorFlow Enterprise is it's not a special SKU that you have to pay extra for. Every Google Cloud customer gets it included when they use Google Cloud to do their machine learning.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot for your time today.
Thank you.